Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Total Takeover Hangout. I'm Andrew Morgan in San Marcos, Texas. Today's topic is, why did you join for free? You have the opportunity to join us on the show by calling in and participating. The number to call is 712-775-7035. The access code is 213884, and then the pound sign. Once you're there, press star 6. That will raise your hand. Press star 6 and follow the prompt. And with that, I'm going to go over to Carl, and let's have a great hangout.
Great, thanks, Andrew. And you know what? Today I can pretty much feel that this is going to be really controversial. So because there's going to be, each and every one of us are going to have our own thoughts and that on here. And some of you listening are going to have your thoughts too on exactly what expectations are about people who join a business and come in for free. And then what is it that they wait for? What is it that they expect out there? Now, I'm going to kind of start this off and give my little bit of a view on what my aspects are of free. First of all, I'm not a big fan of it, okay? Because the only thing that free does, in my mind, okay, and again, a lot of these panelists are going to probably not agree with anything I say, but this is, again, my thoughts coming out, is when somebody joins for free, it's basically to look over and see what happens in the process, okay? There's no commitment at that point, nothing like that. As a businessman, okay, that I've been both online and offline for years, I know that the value of a free person has value, but I also know it doesn't monetarily fix the problem. It doesn't change the status of you financially and those sort of things. So let me just kind of explain where I'm going with, okay? When I had my own brick and mortar, okay, I had a sports card store and I had traffic that comes in. Every customer that came in, you can't expect that they're actually going to buy something from you. So those are your free traffic, okay? Basically what they are, or in the terms that we have here, the tire kickers, okay? The ones that come in, look around, see if there's anything for them, and if not, they just kind of swing around through the store and then on the way out, okay? And you'll get that in and out all day long. Hundreds, maybe thousands, depending on how popular your store is, okay? And then you're going to have the small percentage that actually come in and make a purchase, okay? On end, the average store probably does between 1% and 5% in sales on a daily basis, okay? And see, there's someone else who wants to come and join my business, just phoning me right now, dying for me to pick up that phone, but they're going to have to wait. I'm going to leave a message. So, tire kicker or life changer? Don't know. Can't really think that right yet, so we'll find out. But the point is that these people are life changers in their own right, okay? They're coming in, they're making a purchase, whatever it is. Maybe it's a purchase for them, for their personal needs. Maybe it's just a hobby item, like the sports card store I had, or maybe it's for something else. I don't know. But you'll get a small percentage of people that will do that. Now, let's look at Total Takeover, because I want to address a few things that I read and stuff like that online, and through the different groups and stuff that are out there. And I just want to address things from my perspective. Okay, this is not from the company perspective. This is from my perspective. Okay, I read things every single day about how people had joined this thing, this program, Total Takeover, back on. Hang on a second. People don't get it. Okay, so they try to call me on Skype now, you see. So, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
People joining back a few months ago for free.
Oh, okay, yeah. Back on the 26th, they joined for free, and for whatever reasons, they were here to look at. Oh, this phone. They wanted to look at the program, see what the program was all about, okay? And then they follow through, and then all of a sudden we have the pay structure that comes up. We have to start paying into the system, Okay? So now we have 170 whatever thousand people that registered for free. Okay? A lot of people out there saying, oh yeah, but they're all free. Well, here's the thing, and Janet will contest to this, and so will Dr. Michael. This is a list building technique. Okay? We have 170,000 people in the list. Okay? In the company overall list. You know, they belong to all kinds of members throughout the company. Okay? That's your list. Okay? Everybody goes, I don't have a list. Well, you know what? This is how you build it. This is how you lock people into a list. And then what you do is you trickle feed them information through an autoresponder system, through one-on-one communication, whatever it is. That's how you build a business. Okay? Here's what's happened to a lot of those people out there. They have all these tire kickers in there. Okay? I have 28,000 tire kickers in my downline. Okay? In my downline, and then I have 900 people who actually decided to become life changers. So people will come to me saying, oh, Carl, that's a really, really low amount of people. Well, that low amount of people has already started to create me a very, very good residual income already. Now, had all 28,000 come in, if we all had forced everybody to come in at the paid amount, would it be a lot higher? Probably not. It would probably be right around there, maybe a little bit higher. You know, you have to look at the process. Now, these guys are very, very intelligent, okay? Despite what anybody thinks out there, they're intelligent about the way that they're doing everything. You know, have they done everything that should have been done? I don't know. You know, it's only for the individual to judge. But if you haven't been an earner online, if you haven't been someone who's made a high 4-figure or a 5-figure a month income online, are you the type of person who can actually judge this? You know, from what I'm reading online, the people that are I'm going to say, quote unquote, complainers or whiners or whatever you want to call them, okay? The people that just don't see things going their way, these are the ones that are putting out all the negative posting and stuff out there. But they're also the ones that aren't making any money. They're making maybe trickle bits of money. And when I say not a lot of money, I'm talking about $200, $300, $500 a month. That's not a lot of money, okay? To some people, that's everything. But to a network marketer, that's barely pocket change, okay? Because network marketers, believe it or not, are probably the highest paid people in the world, okay? Because we can create more income because of the way that we can use social media and the world economy than anybody in a brick and mortar business. I could have a thriving brick and mortar business that I'm doing tens of thousands of dollars a month on, right? But I can do the same thing in internet marketing in about a quarter of the time that a brick and mortar does. And I don't have the overhead, and I don't have the staffing, and I don't have all that stuff, okay? So I guess the question I have to ask everybody here is, why did you join for free? What was your motive behind that? Was it to see if someone else will build your business? Was it to see the kind of activity? It couldn't be to see how much money you're going to make, because nobody makes any money at free. So that's out the door. There's no way you can do that. At least I don't know. Someone would have to teach me how and show me how to make tens of thousands of dollars a month for free, because I'm in. I'm there. I'm telling you, right now I'm there. I don't know that's possible anywhere. Lots of people say, hey, join this for free and make money. Most places I see, it's 0.0001 per click. 0.0001 cent per click. So that's about, I don't know, if I wanted to make $10,000 a month, that would be, what, 1 million or 10 million clicks or something like that I would have to do to make that kind, and I have to do that every single month? You'd never sleep again. Okay, that's one thing. You'd have to have multiple staff you'd have to pay to do that. So then you're not making any money. I could go on for hours on this. Okay, so let's go to the panel. I'm going to jump over to Janet right away. Janet's got some minimal time on here, so before she has to pop off. So I want to get her say, and then we'll go over to the rest of the panel. So Janet, weigh in on this. Let us know what your thoughts are on why did you join for free.
Oh, Carl, what a topic today, because it's one that is, especially on the internet, everything is free. Let's face it, every lead capture page out there, join this free, you're going to make $1 bazillion, join here free, I'm going to share all my secrets. And what amazes me is that people still think that, number one, that's possible to join something for free and make money. Yes, here's the problem, they're not reading what they're joining. And they got that dream state on, which amazes me in this day and age, that people are still coming here with the same mentality they had 15 years ago when we came online, and people would come online with that mentality. It hasn't changed. It does take effort to grow a business online, and most places offer you a way to come in free, have a look around, kick tires, so to speak, and see what the business is about before you commit. But at the end of the day, you're not going to make money until you commit and spend money. Yeah, and that's going to be varied. You're going to be spending a little bit to a lot. People get confused and overwhelmed because there's so many programs out there. We talk about internet marketing and affiliate marketing and network marketing, and I tell people we're in the internet network marketing business. Okay, so we're network marketers on the internet. We all do it differently. Carl does it differently than I do. Joan does it differently than I do. Andrew does it differently than I do. Everybody here on the panel, everybody in network marketing does it differently than everybody else. We all have some very similar strategies, and we all do some things, well, we should all be doing some things that are the same, which is we should be building our list. And that's why we like having a free draw. Now the challenge with the free draw is what happens after the free draw. People come in here, yeah, they're okay. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see what it is, and then what, right? And here's where, because they're coming in free, now's the time when you have to qualify all those free people. Are they really just there? They're really not anyone who's ever going to take anything seriously. Are they just a chronic complainer who's been online for 3 to 10 years and never made a dime, and there's so many scams out there and everybody keeps taking their money? Oh, I'd be a multi-billionaire if I got paid every time somebody told me about how much money that they have lost here on the internet. And here's what I want to say to all of you guys. Number one, nothing's free. So whether you're joining a program free or not, recognize that the free people are on your list. That's my list. I love free people. All right, give me more of them. The more I have, the better, because I know that I can convert those free people into buying members. I have a percentage. Carl, you mentioned your numbers. You've got 900 paid members out of 28,000. Well, hey, that's pretty good. That's a 3% upgrade ratio. So for every 100 people that you put into that free system, you're going to have 3 people upgrade. Pretty good ratio, don't you think? I think that's pretty good. I don't know if it's better anywhere. And that's all because a lot of those leads coming in are from the purchased leads. They're coming from resources here, there, and everywhere. So if you follow what some of the leaders teach, like Carl and myself and Andrew and all the leaders on the team here, we teach a strategy that helps you change who those free people are so that your upgrade ratio goes up a lot higher. My personal upgrade ratio is at about 20%. My team is at about 3%. Okay, because overall there's all those other leads that are coming in, whereas my leads are coming in from different sources. Got to qualify those leads. Do we want free leads? Yeah. We always want those. That's our list. Like Carl said, we're all going to attest to this. We're all going to agree on it. You need to be building your list. You need people to coming into a funnel. We talk about that word funnel all the time. You get them in the funnel. You start dripping on them. The company drips on them. If you're in a good company, the company is going to be dripping on all those free leads for you. Some people think that's all I need to do. Just throw people in there. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to talk to people. Your business will grow. Yeah, I can tell you that. I know what these systems are like, and if you feed that funnel, it'll pay you. If you want it to pay you well, if you want it to pay you big girl money and put your big girl panties on, you need to work your business. You need to get in touch with those free people, and you need to talk to them, and you need them to get to know you. Even if you're a nobody, even if you've never made a dime online, you can come out here and be that leader who simply wants to connect with the people and direct them. You don't have to be a multimillionaire to help somebody make this work. It's all about teamwork. But let me tell you something, the systems will work for you. Learn to use the system. The one thing I hear online more than anything, Carl, is that people are overwhelmed, and they get into a system, and then there's this and this and this, and they click all, and they're just overwhelmed. And the only thing I can say, that's never going to end. 15 years. Let's just accept that that's what's going to happen. People are going to be overwhelmed. We hope we get them into our embrace, because we know that if we can get them, close to us, we can unoverwhelm them and get them on the path. They can start following the steps, because it's not hard if you're with a team. For all of you people out there who are free, who are, if you want to call you tire kickers, or just, you're looking, you're not sure, it's okay. Don't get hard on yourself. But at some point, you need to make a decision that the internet is where you want to make money. That's number one. So you're here on the internet, you want to make money. Find a program where you can make money. That's a given, all right? Find people you can work with. Don't do this on your own. Don't just be a tire kicker. Find out who your sponsor is. If your sponsor's not anyone who's going to help you, go upline, sideline, find a sponsor who's going to work with you and help you not be overwhelmed. There's a Carl, let's just see the team. I want to see lots of nods like this. Is this hard? Any of this internet marketing, building your list, feeding the funnel, building this business online, is anything we do here hard? I just want to see. Requires a university degree? Do I have to be a rocket scientist? Have to have an IQ of 30 or above to master this? What do you think? Anybody? No. This is not hard. This is the easiest thing you're going to do if you get over yourself and allow yourself to learn. And yeah, it really is that easy, so stop making it hard. Don't be. I'm so tired of hearing, I'm overwhelmed, I have too many programs, and I don't know what to do or where to go or what I'm supposed to do. And we have it right there in front of them, don't we, Carl? Right there in front of them. We tell them, here you go, here's what you need to do, but they're too overwhelmed to even read those instructions. So what's the answer? For all you freebies out there, it's up to you. All right, if you want to get the help you need to make money online, decide that that's what you're going to do and get the help you need. Stop making excuses. Stop complaining, because none of us want to hear it anymore. We've heard every story out there. When I tell you I've been in business for 15 years and I'm making a full-time income online, believe me, because I am. You can go look me up. How do you make money online? Maybe if you follow some of what I do, you'll make money online. Carl's been making money online, I think, just as long. You want to know how Carl makes money online? Do what Carl does. Is it hard? Carl, is it hard? I've never seen you work a hard day in your life. Like, you're seriously, okay? We have way too much fun at this. This ain't hard. If it was hard, we wouldn't be here. But it takes commitment, dedication, perseverance. You can all do it. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. Every single person watching this call, you can do it. So stop with the excuses. Find somebody you can work with and do it. That's it. That's all I have to say today, Carl. For now,
Great.
anyway.
Thanks, Jan. And that was awesome. You covered a lot, and I want to give you kudos for that, and I even want to add a little bit to that. In everything that we do, like Janet has a process, just like Dr. Michael has a process, and Joan and Andrew and any other big leader that's out there. Okay. You need to start somewhere, and let me give you an example. If you were to go out today and get a job at a brick and mortar someplace, whatever it is, okay? The first thing you have to do is, when you get a job there, you have no idea how that business works. So they're going to put you through a training process for you to learn. And you know what? Is it overwhelming? Yeah, it's going to be overwhelming. Anything new is going to be overwhelming for the first few weeks. Everything. And I'm not going to guarantee you this won't be overwhelming. But when you start following what I call a daily action plan, okay? It's the same thing. When you go to work every day, you do this, and this. You go home, you sleep, you have fun with your family, go to bed, wake up, you go to work, you do this. And you do that over and over and over and over to a point where it becomes natural to you, okay? The first couple of weeks, you're going to do this and this and that, and you go, oh man, I forgot how to do this. So what do? You contact your manager, your boss, or whatever it is. I forgot how to do this. Can you show me this again? They come back and they show you. Okay? Then you do it. Then you, again, over and over, this, and this, every single day. Same thing in our business. We give you a daily action plan. We show you what you need to do in basic steps. Okay? You got to follow it. Like the daily action plan that I've put together, which is generic for anybody out there. Janet's used it, and Joanne and Joan and Andrew and Don, they've all used my daily action plan. It's generic. There's no links to anything else. It's just showing you what you need to do every single day. And when you do it every single day, you get results. Is it going to happen the first day? I don't know. Maybe. The second day? I don't know. Maybe. Third day? I don't know. Maybe. But eventually it will work. You know, if I gave up 2 days into anything that I joined, I'd never make the money I do today. Never. And I make damn good money. Okay? And I have been since 2003. And the point is that I do what I need to do every day. I don't complain. I don't whine. I don't do anything if something doesn't work for me. I just go, oh, well, let me try something different. And I just do it. You know, A.L. Williams has a video out there called Just Do It. Go watch the damn thing. Okay? And then save it to your hard drive and watch it every single day before you get started. Because if you're not ready to just do it, this industry, the brick and mortar industry, nothing is going to work for you. Because you're going to hate every day of everything that you do. So we come and we join. We want to get involved in businesses online, and people say, I don't know how to get leads. I don't know how to build a list. We have probably the best list building system out there right now, okay, with the way that these guys bring in the free leads to you. Okay, list building is all about just gathering people information. That's all that it is. And the best of it comes from a free lead source. You can ask Janet. She's a contact list builder. Okay, she knows it. Okay, we have plenty of people in here. Dr. Michael does that. Okay, that's how you trickle feed a business. You know, you send a link out there to join for free. I'm not a big person on that, but it's all part of list building. Okay? So, hang on a second. I didn't want you to hear me yell. So, you know, it's people keep phoning me and they need to know they're not to phone me right now. So, you know, when we're building a list, we need to make sure that we follow up with them, like Janet says. I mean, your list is only a list unless you start working with them. And it goes with anything. Like I said, when a customer came into my store, they were a free lead that came into my store. It was up to me to engage with them in conversation to find out what their needs were and then provide them with the solution. That's all that you're doing. You're just providing information. You're not going to sit there and phone them and quote everything about the company. That's why we have webinars. That's why we have these Hangouts here. Send them to us. They can phone in. They can phone Andrew, and they can get the information. Go into ttoradio.info and get all that information. And Andrew will be handing that out in a second. So let's go on to the next person before everybody gets tired of listening to me. So let's start with Dr. Michael. We'll work our way across. Unless Andrew, do you have anybody that's calling in? None? Okay, so let's go over to Dr. Michael. Let's get your take on why did you join for free.
Well, hello, good evening here from Spain. Yeah, thank you, Carl, and thank you, Janet. That was, I couldn't have said it better than both what you're doing there. Yeah, free. Why did I join for free? Well, I think because of the mentality that everybody has on the internet. We join things for free to check out what it is, if we like it or if we don't like it, and some of the things we use. And I think I'm also agreeing that the free thing is something that we all should not forget and value heartily, because We've got 1.4 billion people on Facebook, and they all join for free, So, I mean, something there must be right of having free members in there. But on the other hand, if you really are on Facebook or other social communities, to start making money is something, as Janet said, you don't get it for free. You have to spend money there. You have to advertise, and of course they would charge you money. So in principle, it's about we really have to decide once we join something for free if this tool, if this application, if this program, if this company fits to what we desire in our lives, in our goals, in our dreams. And if that is not the point, then of course you have to admit you joined it free and you forget about it. And I think that's what many people do. On the other hand, if you feel that something is helpful and useful, like we have Google or Hangouts or Facebooks where we can use, then we decide, wow, I can use this free tool. And why do I use this free tool? Here comes the decision now. Oh, I want to make business. So what opportunity do I have to make business? And I mean, if you want to talk about overwhelming, then Facebook is probably the most overwhelming things in the entire industry. I mean, you can have everything and nothing, So, but everything that really makes you some money, it always costs you some money. And here what TTO is doing for those that have joined free, or as we call them, tire kicker, it's make your decision, sir or lady, please. Stand up and find out this is not about looking around, this is about you, this is about educating yourself. And that's the message that we bring across, and we have many different ways to do it. I personally do it most in personal calls, and my conversion rate personally is pretty high as well. Still on my team, it's roughly about 3%. And 3%, my gosh, that is excellent. If somebody converts 3% out of 100, I mean, that's over the norm. I mean, usually, if you have ever made promotion and mail shots and stuff like this, you have 1% of people looking at your promotion, not even 1% signing up or upgrading or becoming from a free member to a paid member that wants to use the service. So actually, 3% is, if anybody says that's a very low number, you bet that the person has never made any money on the internet. You bet he doesn't know how to convert things, and you bet that he needs TTO more than anybody else, because he's got no clue, and this is what TTO stands for. So I think people took the decision to come and look into what we're doing. I think that's fine. I mean, give them a chance, give them the education, and especially when they come to services that are provided on the capturing pages, where they have no idea what is TTO all about. So we need that combination, that hangout, the personal touch, the list following up, what TTO is doing, following up also in name of your sponsor, actually sending out for you as a sponsor the information to your tire kickers. My gosh, I mean, this is just brilliant. You can't lose, but don't expect results in 30 days. I mean, if you come in and you have results in 30 days, you already know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, I mean, it's like, take it like a semester. To give it 6 to 7 months before you can really say, my gosh, I have learned so much. From now on, I am an internet marketer. I've learned the different things without going through all the mistakes and things that you can do. I mean, you can probably learn from 50,000 different pages on the internet. You can learn how to build a list. But do you want to really sort them all out? You want to really go through all of them to find out what it is? If you have people that already have made millions, earning a great income, and actually using it already. So it would be much smarter to not do all the mistakes by yourself and learn from those that actually make it happening and they earn good money. And with this, I think free people that joined us, I think make it your choice. It's up to you. If you stay with free, fine with me, because I can still send you information. And one day, maybe, if you don't revoke yourself and remove yourself from the list, you may be, oh, those guys are really good. And it could be in 30 days or in 2 years. So I like lists as well. So I pass it back over to you, Carl, and to the rest of the panel team members here.
Great, thanks, Dr. Michael. And again, here's another side insight of what he has on the free version. And I agree 100% with him. I've had people that have been on my list and have joined me in programs 6 months after I've already been in the program, since the day that they received it. You got to remember there's a few things. Not everybody reads their emails every day. Some people have themselves on so many lists that their email box fills up with 1,000 emails a day. So rather than trying to go through them, they just do the old swoop delete, and that's it. All gone. They don't even look. You know what? I'm one of those guys. I do that too. If my email box is too full, you know what? I just don't have the patience to go through and look at it. But occasionally, when one comes up on the main screen, if I scroll a little bit and I see something there, I click on it. And I have got involved in programs that way, where I've looked at them and saying, oh, you know, I heard about this, never really looked at it, found out who the person was I was joining, and poof, I'm in. Right? So that kind of stuff happens, and that's what list building is all about. Okay? The other thing I wanted to talk about was, Dr. Michael brought it up, was the education. I'm going to just talk about that for a quick sec. Okay? Every single one of us panelists on here, and you listening, have had this. And maybe even some of you are even guilty of this. Okay? But every one of us in this industry at some point have always asked, can you please teach me? Please show me how to do things. Okay? So, this is funny because I've got a few emails on this. I want to share some of this. I'm not going to read them, but I'm just going to go by some of the ones that I did read recently. Okay? First of all, to start this topic off, is that we've had people I've had people contact me saying, you know, can you show me how to network market? Okay, so obviously they haven't had any problem, and I go, well, you know what? We have a company that has a extremely good training program. You know, the cost is $89.95. Oh, well, I can get that information for free on YouTube. Great, right? So you're not making money right now. You just begged me for information. You knew that there was stuff on YouTube, and yet you still emailed me and asked me to contact you to help you. Make up your friggin' mind. That's what I'm asking. If you know that there's better stuff out there, then why don't you use it and start making some money? Okay? I know, and you know, that the information we have puts that to shame. Okay? It's just, you have this thing in your head that $89 is not worth the education. Okay? Now, maybe you've never had an education in your life. I don't know. If you've gone to university, then I want you to think about what you just said to me, that $89 is too expensive. Because I know you probably paid $30, $40, $50, $100,000 for whatever education you went to university for. So you can't BS me. Okay? You can't BS any of the panel members on here. I even read a quote that was in one of the rooms that Janet has, okay, about someone who's saying, well, I don't know if $89 is worth it. Last week alone, I gave you a tidbit of information that was worth at least $100. At least $100 to you. Okay? Just for that one bit of information I gave. I'm not going to tell you what it was. If you really want to know it, you can go back and look in the history of all these Hangouts and find out for you. Okay? If that's how bad you want it. Because if you want it right now, you'll pay for it from me. Because I gave it to you for free already. Okay? So what I gave you on a previous Hangout for free will cost you money if you phone me on the phone. Okay? So I suggest that you stop whining about $89.95 on an education and start getting in here. Because that's what we do here on these Hangouts. We give you information that nobody else in the industry wants to give you. They want to charge you for it. We give it to you here for free. So if you're not hanging out here and getting all this information, that's your loss. Because I know a lot of people that we gave that information to last week for free, okay, utilized it to get paid people in their business. And every week we're going to do this kind of stuff. I'll do some more of this stuff this week here too. I'm not going to tell you what day. I'm just going to do it. You want to find out what it is? Hook into here. Okay? You want to get real education? I'm not saying that this isn't real education, but you want to get education by the ones that are 7, 8, and 9-figure earners? Is $89.95 a month too much to pay? Is it too much to pay to get paid for that? I don't know. This is where, why did you join for free? Because you were curious. Or were your expectations a little bit different? Let's go over to Joanne and see what her thoughts are.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So signing up for free, I do agree. Agree with everybody, what everybody has said, and Janet, you really knocked the ball out of the park. Well, the one good thing about signing up for free is that you can go log into the back office and you can check out, see what they have to offer, go on the webinars, and you also get the email so you find out about the Google Hangouts and watch those again for free. So you can kind of check it out, and you can also, if you see that the potential and the value, and you can also help start to build your team. But then when the 2-week cutoff, you need to make a decision and upgrade, because otherwise you'll lose those people, right? And again, about education, like I have gone to university, and yes, and $89.95, it's no question for me, and people paying for MLM coaching, like that's thousands of dollars. It's just, but the information we get here from the Hangouts and the webinars and listening to Val Smith talk, like there's stuff there that I've been on YouTube and looked and I can't get anywhere else. So, but yeah, so join for free. It's great to check it out, and you can see if it matches where the vision you want for your life, your goals. And if you want to remain for free, it's okay, but those people who get ahead in life and they just do it, they go after it, they make a decision and a commitment. And is it overwhelming at first? Absolutely, but I'm reminded of a quote: how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So break it down into little chunks. If you don't know how to even get started, Carl has a 90-day action plan. It's all broken down, simple steps, one by one. You start here and here and here, and just start with one thing at a time and just build on it till it becomes natural, and then add something else. And then once you get comfortable with that, then you add something else. And then all of it will come together, and it's always consistent. And just, if you don't get a lead after 2 days of marketing, don't give up. Just keep going and keep doing it. And like Dr. Michael said, it could take 6 or 7 months before you see results. But the most important thing is that you don't quit. And that's about all. Over to you, Carl.
Awesome, Joanne. And this is from someone like, Joanne and I actually sat down in a McDonald's. We actually sat down in the playland, and it was really hard for me not to go up on the slide and stuff like that. I had to restrain myself, right? So we just let our kids do that. So, but we sat down and we did this. We put together a plan of action, and Joanne has been keeping up with that. Now, with every single one of these people on the panel here, okay, the majority of us have plans that we put together. I have a plan, Dr. Michael has a plan, Joan has a plan, Janet has a plan, Andrew has a plan. We all have plans that we have in place. Okay, now I want to get back again to this quote that I read in Janet's, one of her Skype rooms, okay? Not mentioning any names, but there was a quote saying, I don't think I want to go ahead with the $89.95, but can I still have access to all of your information? I love that, okay? Here's what I say to anybody who asks me that. I'll say, you know what? I don't give anything away for free, okay? There's always going to be a cost to pick this brain, okay? And there's 35 years experience in here, in this industry, okay? Here's what I will tell you, and the same thing with all of the members that are on here. When you pay your $89.95, that's when you get access to this kind of stuff, okay? You get access to all of this stuff for free, okay? That's how we use this version of free. You want to be able to pick our brains. I know I will get on a three-way call, and Dr. Michael will, and all that kind of stuff. Many leaders out there that are listening to this will get on a call with you if they need to. If some of them have their own resource sites, like I do, and Janet does, and Dr. Michael and Andrew, and that, when we have these things, we give these free to the people who have committed to themselves in business. Not committed to us, it's committed to themselves. You come here to the internet to better your life because something in your life is just going crappy. Okay, you got a crappy job. Your job's not paying you enough. You may like your job, but it's not paying you enough. You need to get something supplement. You know, you're going to lose your house or your car or whatever it is. And you're trying to figure out how you can go out there and make an additional income stream. Okay, I'm telling you, anybody listening to this, and everybody that will listen to this, that there is extraordinary information, extraordinary leaders out there that will help you change your life, but only if you commit to yourself. Okay? And I can't stress that anymore. So let's go over to Joan, because I know Joan's got some things to say too. Over to you.
Thanks, Carl. I really enjoyed everyone on the panel. Janet, some of the things you said today were absolutely priceless. And people that come on to this hangout, if that things that are said here does not motivate them to do something, I don't know what will. Anyway, I have a little scenario. If this is taking maybe it from a woman's point of view, if you're looking for something, say you're looking for a new dress because your daughter's getting married and you want something very special. So you go into the mall and you look at the front of the store and what they've got on display, and you go from store to store, and all you do is look at the front display. You don't go into the store and check through the dresses. You just look at each dress that's being featured in their front window. You've gone through 30 stores and you still haven't made a decision. Why? Because you didn't enter that store. You didn't look at all of the different dresses that were there that you could choose from. You just stood outside and looked at the dress in the window. Can you make an informed decision on anything by doing that? Absolutely not. You didn't go and really dig for what you wanted. You know, the most important thing about being a good network marketer is going in here. What is your desire? What is your burning desire? Some people will say, I want to get rich. Sorry, that's not a burning desire. That's a wish. But that isn't what's going to motivate you to make money. Some people will say, well, I want to travel. That's not a burning desire. That's a wish, but that's not going to get you traveling. You've got to really search inside yourself and find out what you're really all about. What is your burning desire? Is it to help other people have a better life? Then how are you going to do that? By sitting at home and doing nothing? No, absolutely not. You've got to decide what it is that really is turning your crank, and then you've got to get out there and do something to make that happen. If you don't, it's never going to happen. So you can come into TTO and you can sit there as a freebie. And you can sit there day after day, month after month, year after year. Is anything going to change for you? Absolutely not. It's not until you open the door, you go inside, and you start to utilize what's inside that room, that's when you're going to start finding out what you need to do to move forward in network marketing. If you don't do that, if you just stay looking in the window, you're never going to find what you really, really need or want to move you forward in this business. And that's exactly what 99.9% of the internet marketers have done. They've got their toe wet, but they haven't gone and got their whole body wet. Why? A lot of times it could be just they're too lazy. They want to make money on their terms. They don't want to work hard at what they're doing, or they're just playing around. They're really not serious. If you're really serious about making money online and you really want to build a network marketing business that's going to move you forward, believe me, you need this program. And $89.95 a month is just a pittance in comparison with what you're going to learn, how you're going to develop, the people that you're going to draw to you, and the money that you're going to make. Even if you make $200 a month for the next 2 months, that more than pays your $89.95. So please tell me what you're crying about. People go to university and they spend thousands of dollars getting an education. They're not being paid by the university while they're there getting their education. When they leave that university, they don't even have a job to go to. They got to go out and pound pavement to find a job. You have a place in here not only to learn, but to make money and to make this your vocation. And not only that, if you have other network marketing companies you're in and you're not doing very well, this company and this product will help you to grow that business too. It's a win-win situation. Believe me, that's why we're so frustrated, because you really have to stop and think about this. You really, really have to get involved. That's the only way that you're going to know that this is the place that you need to be to grow a business.
Awesome. Thanks, Joan. So we learned a lot about window shoppers today, okay? And you know, window shoppers are just like tire kickers. That was a good scenario you brought there. You know, if you're not going to go in the store, then obviously you're not going to buy. So that puts you as a tire kicker, right? So many great scenarios we've come across here today. I think this is a great hangout. Let's go over to Don. Don, let's get your take on how you feel about the free joining for free.
Joining for free, yeah. Well, I got to tell you a story, as I always do. I got to start with a story, and part of it goes back to what Janet was saying about easy jobs. Back in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, I was a stockbroker, and I live on the coast of Maine. So up here, we all think about the ocean. We think about being a commercial fisherman. We know the romantic things about being a fisherman. So in 1981, I gave up my suit and I became a commercial fisherman. And I will tell you that that is the hardest job I ever did. I did it for a little over 3 years. I was way too old to be out on the water. We were out for 14 and 15 days at a time. We never knew how much money we were going to make. But I remember going down to that dock the very first day and talking to a guy who, unfortunately, he's passed away now. His name was Dave Jordan. His nickname on the boat was Grumpy, for a good reason, the captain. And I remember him saying, well, you know, it's cool that you want to go out fishing with us. He said, do you have equipment? And, you know, I said, well, what do you need? He said, oh, you got to have boots, you got to have knives, you got to have gloves, you got to have this and this and this. So about $1,000 later, I had paid $1,000 up front, no guarantee of any money, guaranteed a hard job 24 hours a day out on the boat. We did not have running water, so we used a bucket. That means there was no showers. There was nothing else that went with any kind of running water. It was a tough life. But then I'm listening to Janet saying, about Carl that this isn't a hard job, and it just I can't get that off my brain about being an easy job. This is easy, and if we do it the way I've done it a lot of the time, you get paid for easy. You know, you don't work diligently at your job, you're going to get paid non-diligently. And non-diligently in this business is zero. You can make a little bit of money trickling down. I joined this business for free. The only reason I joined this business was because of Carl. I had no desire to get into another business. I was in another business with Carl just prior to this. It wasn't working out for a lot of reasons. And then when I heard Carl was going into this one, I joined it for free. I upgraded to my 89, and that's kind of where I am right now with my story. Being part of this business, you also meet other people. I would never have met anybody like Andrew or Janet or Joan or Joanne, and certainly not Dr. Michael over in Spain. I mean, maybe if I'd have got in another business, I would have met all of these people in a different fashion, but here we are all together. So right now it is about 8 degrees Fahrenheit here in Maine, and this morning I was down at the boat, went down to the pier to see some of the boats, because Mondays is the day that they generally cut off from the dock and go out fishing. So I'm down there today and I'm watching these guys shovel snow off the boat. The boat is pitching and yawing. I saw 2 guys have to go up to the paravanes, which is the little thing is 30 feet above the deck of the boat. The boat's going like this. They're up there with a hatchet chopping ice off, getting ready to go out for 2 weeks. And I said, wow, I think I'll go back to my computer business. So that's where I am. I'm sitting here right now just, I know what those guys are going through. And they got an 8-hour steam. They're going to get out there. They're going to have engine trouble. The price of the fish is going to go down. I'm glad I'm here. I hope you come and join us. Thanks, Carl.
Thanks, Don. That's a great story. In a comparison, of what we do online and compared to what people are doing in the real world, such as the fishermen. It is a tough job. I know some fishermen that have done that for a lot of their lives. As a matter of fact, in my family history, I've got ship captains and stuff like that. And I know that these guys are gone, and they put up with a lot of stuff that's out there. We don't put up with half that crap, not even a quarter of that crap that these people in the regular working world have to put up with. I'll tell you, to do your job on the internet and to do it very, very well will take you about 2 hours a day. That's it. 2 hours a day to do your job very, very well and get paid for it. Okay? And again, here we are back to education. How do you want to be educated? Okay? What are you willing to do to learn this trade? Because that's what it is. This is a very unique trade that's out there. Okay? Network marketing. Because we don't deal with the local economy, we deal with the world economy. A lot different. We have a way broader spectrum. We got Dr. Michael here from Spain. That's a perfect example about how far we stretch. So I just want to make one comment on what Joan said about university. Okay? Here's the difference. Okay? You come and join our university, and you get paid to learn. You go to a regular university, and they bill you to learn. Okay? What scenario do you want to be in? Let's go over to Andrew.
Thank you so much, Carl, and all the other panelists. Before we get going here, I want to say that I've been studying the archives of our Hangouts, and I want to grow as an individual. There's nothing wrong when talking and saying but I do a lot of that. So I want to change myself, and I have made a commitment to focus on speaking without saying so here I am, and to let you know that I'm working on myself, okay? it is okay to come to the table the way we are. Eric Worre says this really well. When you come to network marketing, you are somebody. You're here watching this show, you are somebody. The thing is to become a network marketing professional, you must become someone else. And that is a fact. So I'm working on myself. Now, I want to get back to something that Janet said, very, very important. When we're approaching people, whenever you have been approached, the element that comes up is called cognitive dissonance. I pasted the definition of this into the chat here among the panelists. And I want to encourage you to get a piece of paper and a pen right now and write down these two words, cognitive dissonance. It's C-O-G-N-I-T-I-V-E. Dissonance is D-I-S-S-O-N-A-N-C-E. And read the definition of that and see how each of us naturally have this element in our psychological makeup that comes up whenever we are confronted with a different belief system than what we currently have. Now, that natural thing to encounter cognitive dissonance is okay. But I want to caution you to be very careful to not engage in what's called willful cognitive dissonance. Willful cognitive dissonance is what people do. That's what you hear whenever people say, I'm overwhelmed, I can't get this. This is too much information. So whenever people are reporting that I'm overwhelmed, what's happening is they're practicing willful cognitive dissonance, burying their head in the sand like an ostrich because the information conflicts with their current beliefs, and it takes a little bit of effort to push through and learn the new information in order to change the belief. I know because I go through that continually in life. And as a result of understanding the difference between the natural cognitive dissonance and my engagement in willful cognitive dissonance, I'm able to detect a character trait that I have as a human and overcome those blocks that we naturally have. That said, back to what Joyce said, back to what Joan said concerning education. There is a marketer in our industry named Tim Sales, and he attended the University of Chicago at Illinois. There's a really great system that he taught on surrounding a conversation that he had with his marketing professor, who is Dr. Charles King, and which, by the way, that is the very first university where network marketing began to be taught inside of a marketing course with Dr. Charles King. And here's basically how the conversation went. Tim Sales approached Dr. Charles King with the network marketing concept and asked Dr. Charles King to take a look at his business, and Dr. Charles King's initial knee-jerk reaction was, Tim, you don't have to say any more. It's multi-level marketing, and I know enough about network marketing to know that I don't want anything to do with it. And then Tim asked Dr. Charles King, well, you being a professor and me being a student, what would you grade me on if you was to have approached me with that question and I was to have answered you with that answer? And Dr. Charles King said, you're right. I deserve an F, and I'm giving you an A, because based on that small of information, a person cannot make a decision as to whether anything is viable or not. Now, at the beginning of this hangout, Carl wanted to, behind the scenes, Carl wanted to get us to attempt to stay on topic, because we have a tendency to go off and selling our awesome business with our awesome leaders, Val Smith and Dave and Wallace. The system, the education, everything. We have a tendency to move into that topic. Doesn't matter what topic we have, because we're fired up about it. We're totally sold out. I am my 100% best retail customer. I purchase the product from myself, and I consume the product religiously. I'm on every hangout, every presentation that I can possibly be at. Some of them I can't possibly be there, and I'm there anyway. So I'm my best customer. Now, how can someone make a decision about, let me just play this right quick.
How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale.
There's a doggy in the window, and everybody's going by, just like Joan pointed out. And without going in and checking out to see if the relationship between me and the dog, or you and the dog, is a compatible relationship, then knowing how much the dog is, or even if the dog is for sale, is of no consequence. Okay? So coming into a situation where we are now with an educational product, education is one of the biggest products on the planet. It makes lots of money. The problem is that in the universities, the conventional universities, it really sets up a lot of people into debt and sets them up in a situation to where their self-worth is based on the $25,000 to $45,000 of investment that's loaned to them in the form of student loans in order for them to get these years of education based upon a decision to take a particular course and major in something so that they can make money. And then they get into the marketplace, and the majority of people that are in the marketplace having that diploma that says you're now eligible to work for someone else, people are not even able to get a job in the field of their choice. They may get other jobs, and they do, and settle for less, but it's hard. There's lots of people with lots of debt, student debt. Our price tag for our education is simply a little filter to keep people that just do not want to be educated out, I would suppose, because people pay $25,000 to $45,000 for a fable in order to learn something that, if you'll look at the statistics, doesn't work. What we have works, and we have the statistics. The statistics are anyone who chooses to do and engage themselves in network marketing and in the fashion we are with the kind of education we have, they grow as human beings, and they prosper in ways they've never prospered in before, and I'm living proof of it. So I hope I'm abstaining from the and very well. It takes practice. So forgive me if I come up with an and. That element of understanding the difference between a produced product like pills and potions, or even telecommunications deregulation or energy deregulation, as opposed to an education. This system is designed by professional marketers for people to become professional marketers, and it is awesome. I haven't seen anything like it anywhere, and it's been years coming together. It wasn't until I sat down at Val's feet in his presentations for something else for free, listening to the presentation as a training. Every time Val comes and does a presentation, it's always a training, and there's always something new that he brings about. Joining free is a method that we have to get inside the store and try on the dress, pet the puppy, check things out, get to know the people. I like the free system because people get to sign up, and I get to develop a relationship with them, and at least they're kind of targeted, as opposed to going through a phone book and saying, here's John Doe, I'm going to call John Doe or Mary Doe. And Mary Doe and John Doe have no idea, who I am or why I'm calling. At least with this free system, they have clicked on something and signed up. They may not have known what they're signing up to, but at least the data capture says, hey, here's a way you can watch a free video that shows you how you can make $300 and something to $54,000 a month. So it's a free video. Watch the free video, and they get the free video. So at least they've seen it and have been exposed to it, or they're in the system, and I can easily better point them toward having an actual look at that video and create the relationship so that they have the opportunity to take their time, if they need to get to know me and get to know the system and make a quality decision based upon my leadership ability and my ability to develop a friendship with them. That's part of the Morgan method, is that friendship. Without the friendship, I don't have a relationship with my sponsor. I chose Carl to be my sponsor this go around for a very good reason, because Carl is a friend quality person. He can take a text message and it says, hey, Carl, can we talk? And he can reply to it, yes, however, I'm on the phone at the minute. It's going to be an hour. I'll get right back to you. And then an hour later, boom, I get a phone call from Carl. Okay? So developing that friendship is something that's very important in network marketing. I'll be rambling if I talk anymore. We've had callers, and something happened to the patch, and then a few of them dropped off. We're past the top of the hour. We've had a great hangout, and so I don't want to ramble anymore. Join for free and kick some tires for a little bit and understand why to stop being a tire kicker and be a life changer. That's all I got, Carl.
Can I just add one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thinking about what Andrew said, okay, you come in and you pay your $89.95, we'll round out, say, $90 a month, okay? How long do you think it will take for you to become a professional in network marketing? I think it would only take a few months, but I'm going to give you 1 year. 1 year. How much is that going to cost you? 12 times $89, $90, or $90 is $1,080. It's going to cost you for your network marketing education. If you just bring in 2 people a month into your organization for the next year, that completely pays for your education. And then you've got money that you're making on top of that because of people underneath you that are bringing people in. How many people can walk away from a university education and say, it's all paid for, and I've even got a job. I'm doing it right now, and I've been making money ever since I started my education. You know, people, if you can't see this, then you don't want to see it. This is where it's at. This is where you need to be to learn to make money online and to build a successful network marketing business.
Thanks, Joan. And I have to interject here because there's a terminology that just drives me nuts. Okay, the point of bringing people in. I don't take any offense to that, but I'm more of a guy who says referring people to. Bringing people in, I could never get around that whole thing. It just it kind of drives me nuts.
You refer people, but they're free. You bring people in because they've joined.
Well, I guess I guess I don't look at it like that. I just when I refer somebody to it, I'm referring a paid member. I mean, they're coming in, they're learning what it is, and then they upgrade as they see fit. And in this industry, in TTO, we could talk till we're blue in the face to try and convince people to upgrade. And the whole thing boils down to whether they actually want to move forward in their life or not. There's going to be opportunities that are going to come and go all the time. We see them all the time. I think just in the last 2 days, there's been 3 new ones that came online. There was one that came online 2 months ago and that was just shut down by the feds because they were or under the operation of incorrectly and against the law, right? And you're going to find a lot of those. They're going to happen because a lot of companies, I can go out, or anybody on this panel can go out and open up a company, out-of-the-box company for about $780. Okay? Anybody can start one up. They can business in a box, just like that. If you don't stay within regulations, and in our industry, they are very, very strict. Okay? Very strict, and they're getting even stricter. FTC is investigating everything now to make sure that people are not creating money games. Okay? Money games on the internet are basically companies that just throw together products but focus strictly on the money. Okay? Now, some of you listening to this might say, well, that seems to be what you guys are doing. No, that's not what we're doing. Okay? We are creating products that are happening in real time. Marketing systems that are in real time. Megastars of marketing, which is real time. Okay? These are real people coming in. The training, legendary trainings that we have, these are real legendary people that have made millions in the industry coming in to teach us their techniques of how they made those millions. Okay? This is an educational system. Now, I don't know. There's universities, there's Harvard, there's Oxford, there's all these universities out there. What do? They go out and tell people about how good their education is and that you should come in and spend your $100,000 and $150,000 and come and get educated with us. Is that a money game? I don't know. I don't think so. They're selling education. We're selling education. Plus more. Plus you get this. You get the education that we give you for free. We don't charge you to come here and hang out with us every day. Right? I have a system, my 90-day plan. I don't charge anybody for that. I give it to them free as long as they're a paid subscriber to the system. Okay? Some of you might say, well, it's not free. Well, I don't give my knowledge away for free. There's always a cost at knowledge. There's a cost at everything. Okay? You want to learn from the people who know how to make money, like Dr. Michael said, you're going to pay a price to learn it. Our price is $89.95 a month. Okay? The rest of the people out there, you know what? If you want to go and get an education someplace, that's totally up to you. If you want to pay 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 for it, that's totally up to you. I like an education where I get paid to learn rather than be billed to learn. Okay, and Andrew brought it up. There's plenty of people that go to university with the intent to become a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, an engineer, whatever it is, and end up working at Walmart or McDonald's or whatever it is, or in a bar or whatever it is, so that they can pay off the bloody loan for the education that was loaned to them until they pay off what they took. Okay? And that's what it is. It's an education on loan. And Andrew hit that on the head. Right?
Another thing to remember is time is money. So the longer that you sit as a free member, each day and each hour and each minute you are losing money. So if you want to make money, then you need to get involved. You need to become a paid member, and then your time you will be making money.
Well, that's just it. And I think I said this on Friday. I said, you can make back $89.95 any day of the week. Money is easy to make anywhere. You can make money anywhere. Sell something, whatever. You can get $89 in a snap of a finger. You can't get time back. Doesn't matter how much money you have, you can't buy that back. Okay? In our industry, timing is critical in everything that's online. Okay? Even if a business has been around for 10 years, timing is critical, that you time it to get into it and get going. I mean, I joined Herbalife 10 years after they launched, and I still was able to make a pretty good income from it. It doesn't matter how long the company's been around or anything like that. There's no such thing as saturation. If there was, nobody would be selling anything. I gave the scenario that McDonald's, Dairy Queen, and Burger King open up their stores within blocks of each other. Competition is good, right? And they still sell billions of dollars a year in burgers and fries and everything else. Okay? I mean, I told everybody I have a McDonald's 1 block in each direction of me. Okay? That's like insane. I only need 1 within a block of me. No matter which way I go, they're there. It's crazy. Tim Hortons, another thing. Crazy. Right? So, the thing is that yet these people still will go and create sales there. So, I have to ask you this before we close out. Why did you join for free? What do you think you're going to get out of anything you join for free? Do you think that getting yourself time-stamped and sitting in free is going to do anything for you? Okay? In our business, it actually does. It works in your favor. But only if you pay. If you don't pay, it's absolutely worthless to you. Because just remember, if you join this company in the first couple of days, from the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, anywhere in there, and you have not paid, I can't even tell you the type of income that you've just passed up on. You know, although we have, like I mentioned earlier, over 170,000 people that have registered for free in here, we've got about, I don't know, 4,100 or so that have upgraded. And again, you're going to say, man, that's lousy. Really? Well, let me tell you, okay, and I'm not focusing on the matrix because that's the lowest amount of money you're ever going to make in this program, and that's where everybody seems to put their focus, okay? Remember this, 45 people in the matrix makes you $45 on pay plan number 2. One person in pay plan number 1 makes you $45. Where do you want to be? I could care less about pay plan 2. That's my lunch money. That's my pocket money. That's my entertainment money. Pay plan number 1 is my living money. Okay? When you decide that you want to create a lifestyle for yourself and live the lifestyle of the 4, 5, 6, 7 figure earners, then you have to make a decision and stop sitting in a free status. I don't care where you are in the company, whose downline you're in, that doesn't matter. Stop focusing on what's not important and start focusing on what is important. Okay? Stop focusing on the tire kickers. Okay? Tire kickers make absolutely no money for you whatsoever. The value that they hold is that they are a contact, someone that you can talk to and show this business to. The people you want to work with are the people that have made that commitment. Those are the life changers. Okay? I have 900 life changers in my business. Some people might have 10, some might have 40, some might have 100, whatever that number is. These are the people that get the majority of my attention, okay? Because down the road is, I need to make them as much money as I possibly can because they're committed. And when they start to make money, I start to make money. If I had all my concentration done on a tire kicker, there's absolutely no monetary value whatsoever of that person to me at this time in creating my business. All they are is a customer or a visitor to my business. They will get the attention that they need to a point. But at the end of the day, everyone, you came and you registered in Total Takeover probably so you could go and make some money. Okay, that's what I'm guessing. Because you wanted to go make some money. You can't make money for free. You can't. At least not here you can't. Here, you can hang out here. You'll never get my 90-day plan unless you actually commit to the business, right? You have to commit to the business. No matter who your sponsor is in here, now I don't care where you're sponsored in the company, I'll give you my 90-day plan, but not until you pay. And I will ask for proof of payment when you ask me for that. And once you show me that, it's there, it's generic. It's there to help you make as much money as you possibly can. That's my contribution to the education in this company. So, I don't know if there's any last things. We're getting on to an hour and a half into this. We try not to keep it that way, but sometimes they go longer. I'll open it up for any last comments of the panel, and if there isn't any, we'll go straight to Andrew. So, panelists, any last comments? None. Okay, Andrew, let's close out the show. Thank you, everyone, for putting up with us today.
Yes, thank you, panelists, and thank you, viewer, for attending this hangout with us today. I'm Andrew Morgan in San Marcos, Texas. And on that note, Carl, you mentioned that 45 people make $45 in the matrix, and one person makes $45 in pay plan 1. I just thought 100 people in pay plan 1 makes $4,500 a month. Yeah. How long will it take you to collect 100 people? That's up to you to get the information and get going. So with that, thank you for attending. Thank you, panelists, for all your content. It's been an awesome hangout. Remember to subscribe right below this video if you're looking on YouTube. You can go to ttoradio.info in order to subscribe there, as well as have all the information needed in order to call in via telephone or Skype and participate on this show. And remember that it always takes leaders with vision, like these people, to lead people with dreams. Let's participate in our network marketing adventures the way that we would have our personally sponsored to participate. Bye for now. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.